What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you got some water, maybe some coffee. I have no idea what that was, and I don't think Twitch had any idea how big of a deal they got themselves into when they purchased the rights for the Overwatch League a while back now for 2 years. If you guys remember this deal, it was gigantic, anywhere estimated between $90 and $100 million. Yes, paying Activision Blizzard for broadcasting rights over on Twitch for 2 years once these franchise leagues were first up and started, and we all know how they worked out now. I think we can all agree they're not doing that well, and definitely not worth $90 to $100 million over such a short period of time. It is actually djWHEAT, formerly of Twitch, and a very high up man who has now been, well, he's left Twitch, and he promises that he has a lot to say about a lot of things out there. He has now finally spoken up about this Overwatch League deal and how it cost him eventually some of his own staff mates, nearly a dozen of them, and how much he hated it the entire way through, but really couldn't vocalize that when he was still with them. So here's him getting pretty pissed off at the Overwatch League deal that Twitch signed away for, $90+ million.
I told Twitch I was the only guy within Twitch fighting against Owl. I was the only guy. I was like, this is the stupidest fucking deal. At the time, I lived with Kevin Lynn, who was like the head of esports. And he'd come home and I would come home and I'd be like, Kevin, this is fucking dumb. This is never going to, it's never going to happen. And you want to know, like, the general consensus was, well, what if it does? And I'm like, no, there is no what if. It's not going to fucking work. You know, a baby doesn't just start walking and running. It's got to like fucking flap around, and then it's got to get on its back, and then it's got to learn to roll over on its tummy, and then it's got to learn to fucking scooch, and then it's got to learn to crawl. And esports is learning to crawl, and Blizzard is like, let's make these motherfuckers run a marathon. Yeah, let's go. And I was like, no, this is, you're fucking being attacked by FOMO right now. This is going to fail. And what happened? It fucking failed. I don't care. It's still going on, Wheat. That's actually inaccurate. It has not failed yet. No, bullshit. This fucking failed. Did you see this video? Did you see this fucking video? Have they even gotten close? Have they even gotten close to it? Nah. Oh, yeah. There were many of us that were just like, and of course, I was not able to speak publicly about Owl while I worked at Twitch for obvious reasons. But you better believe that I was the guy in every fucking meeting going, this is stupid and you're all stupid. And every single person that worked on the team at that time will confirm that they got sick and tired of me fucking talking about how terrible of a fucking deal this was for like a year and a half. It did not feel good. I'll tell you why it didn't feel good. Because that league cost a lot of fucking money. And a year later, 11 of my fucking staff was laid off. Right? So I was especially fucking angry that we did this. Because maybe 11 people, and even more than that, because that was just on my team, but maybe those people wouldn't have fucking lost their jobs because someone wanted fucking every Overwatch professional gamer driving a Lamborghini and fucking dating porn stars.
And I will say, he does end it by taking a few steps back and saying, all right, you know, obviously some people were sipping the Kool-Aid and falling into these traps, but at the end of the day, he can maybe understand why some people would want to take this deal. You got to remember, when these franchise leagues first started, we really didn't have any idea how big these esports were going to be. It's just unfortunate that both CDL and OWL have not been near as big as I think a lot of us were hoping for franchise leagues. And now we can borderline say that, in my opinion, I think they will dissolve and they won't be a long-term future stay. But that's just my opinion. But he definitely walks himself back a little bit to ease the blow that he just took at Twitch.
So that's why I'm fucking salty. Poor financial decision. And it sucks when you do everything you can to try to redirect the decision or at least think about it from a different perspective. You are essentially ignored. And then people wonder like, we had to fucking lay off a bunch of staff. I wonder if it had anything to do with that fucking giant deal. I'm sure there was pushing on both sides. Blizzard obviously wanted it because they had to figure out how they were going to make money off of this stupid fucking idea. And I mean, I would imagine, I wasn't in every conversation, but like Twitch is like, we can't let YouTube have the Overwatch League. No, anyway, I don't know how we got here, but here we are. And it was clearly so bad of a deal that it wasn't renewed. It wasn't even fucking renewed. And frankly, don't mean to be an asshole about it, but like people should have lost their fucking jobs over such a terrible fucking decision. But instead, other people lost their jobs. I think that it is understandable why Blizzard, with this incredibly well-received IP in Overwatch, like, I do understand. It's not like people were fighting for lawbreakers, right? It's not like it was like, oh my God, lawbreakers, fucking professional league, we got to get on. Like, it was Blizzard. It was Overwatch. But, you know, I still feel like there was a lot of, like, fucking super, you know, eyes bigger than their stomachs that drank this fucking Kool-Aid.
And yeah, you got to imagine from his shoes, that sucks. Imagine you're working for a company like Twitch. You know the gaming and esports sphere probably better than the people above you. And you know that nothing is worth this amount of money, a ridiculous sum of money of 90 million or more than that for 2 years of rights for the Overwatch League, which, yeah, it didn't work out. It might have been obvious to someone like him, but maybe not to his uppers. And then you got to imagine, it just cost the jobs of all of your friends around you, some of which he might have been very, very close to. And now because of the dumb decision that you could not stop, despite voicing as much as possible how bad it was, because of that, your friends are now costed and you have to stick around and be like, dang, I'm lucky enough to keep my job. So I love the fact that djWHEAT is now speaking up about these things. I've certainly said my 2 cents about the good and the bad things he has had undergoing over with Twitch over the past couple of years. But now that he's not with them, it's going to be very interesting to see the things that he has to say about them and their choices. Overwatch League and a $90 million deal, he says, was absolutely atrocious. What do y'all think? Till next time, do me a favor. Drink up. Okay. Bye.